did I level up and how can you level up too? Hi everyone, my name is Anna Ladipo of annaladipo.com, and I'm going to be sharing some information with you about moi. So today I'm just going to give an overview, a synopsis, a background of my experience and my journey, and how I basically became a multi-hyphenate personality, and I hope you can pick some nuggets, and if anything there inspires you, kudos. So let's go. Who is Anna Ladipo? I am a multi-hyphenate personality. I am a business person. I own an e-commerce platform called Lockstock. It is an online marketplace that provides a platform, the technology for entrepreneurs to sell their products online. I'm also a college professor. I do teach. I'm an author. I have worked as a program manager for about 15 years, and primarily in the insurance company, managing large programs in different geographies: Asia, Europe, North America, you name it. And my journey has been quite interesting. So maybe I'll start with, how did I get to become this multi-hyphenate personality? Aside from all the fun professional things I listed, I might want to add fashionista to that. And hopefully I'll share more with you as we go along. That's primarily the inspiration of opening an online marketplace that's primarily focused on fashion accessories and skincare. So my journey started in IT. I started working as a business analyst, and that was driven out of survival, honestly. Like, IT was seemed like the easiest thing to get into and make some money so organically. Well, not organically. I just I went in there. I do like the fine things of life, and I was trying to establish myself in a profession, and I found myself as a business analyst, which wasn't too long, because I did figure within like a few months it wasn't what I wanted to do. My sight was always set on becoming a project manager, and that's exactly what I did. So I'm probably a business analyst for like a year and a half. Then I went into project management, and I've spent most of my career there, and it's been a fun, challenging ride. So I did go into project management, and I was fortunate to work with one of the large insurance companies, and it was fun. I had a great boss. I was valued, and started learning along the way. Then I moved to another company that basically approached me, and it was more money, and I left the previous company. I went there for like a bigger opportunity, more exposure, working at a senior level, and boy, that was quite a challenging project I worked on. But the thing is, you grow when you're challenged, and I think those challenges was really what led to my accelerated growth, if I can say that. Because I used to wonder when my friends come and they're like, oh, my job is so easy, I'm so bored, and it always seemed like, why do I get like the hard stuff? Like, I don't have the luxury you have. But now looking back in retrospect, I think that was a catalyst for that acceleration in my career and the other fun things I eventually started doing. So I did go into project management, and I mean, it was a position that was quite prevalent in my community, and I'm talking about like my people, where my background, my ethnicity, and I was quite young when I got in there. I think I passed my PMP maybe when I was like 28, and was fortunate to get my first six-figure job about 28, 29. So yeah, that was good, but it was challenging. It was busy. It was stressful, and at some point I started getting bored, and I think that's where I really started keying into slowly knowing that yeah, I think there's more I should be doing, and there's more things I could explore. But you know, everyone was doing either business analyst or project management, which was awesome, but it started getting boring for me. So my next step was I did my MBA at Queen's University, and upon graduation it was a very stressful time working with the family. Doing your MBA was absolutely, yeah, it was really stressful. So I did finish that, and yeah, I got increasingly restless, and I think that's point one. I'm not enumerating, but I'll start with point one. Was my journey or progress or whatnot started with first survival. So that's my survival story. Point one. Two is passion. So I finished my MBA, grew increasingly restless. By this time I'd been through a couple of insurance companies working as a management consultant. I've rarely worked full-time for the reason that I probably would get bored out of my mind if I had to do the same thing over and over again and do that for like multiple years. So working as a management consultant really gives me the opportunity to explore and get into different companies, do different fun, challenging projects. And yeah, and as I did go through that process, then I decided to start an online business. So I started initially with a partner, then eventually went on my own, and that online business is Lockstop, which is an online marketplace that provides a platform for entrepreneurs to sell their products online. It's a global platform. Anyone, anywhere in the world, as long as they do qualify with great products and they have, you know, of course, internet, entrepreneurship, and you know, valid, I would say, means of receiving funds, then they are definitely a candidate to sell on Lockstop. So the passion for fashion was a key driver for that, and also wanting to do something bigger, trying to leave a legacy, and being financially independent was definitely a big factor for opening Lockstop. And it's been a couple of years now, since 2018 I've been going at it, and I'm not slowing down. So my passion led me to open an online marketplace. So I guess my submission to you is find what you're passionate about. So Lockstop is one of them. At this point I was still working 9 to 5 as a management consultant. Then I started, someone had approached me to teach project management. And before I was even approached, I started having that urge to, you know, teach. I felt I'd been in the industry long enough, and I had amassed enough knowledge, expertise, and skill to give back and teach. So that started with the desire of just researching different kinds of, different ways to teach, different companies. And it's almost like when you make that step, or, you know, start to make a step towards what your goals are, something just seems to align. The stars align, heavens align, it aligns, the universe aligns, and opportunities seem to find you. And that's exactly what happened to me. So I was approached, Paycom Teach was a training institute, and I did that. It was good, it was fun. I really did appreciate the opportunity to do that. And that has actually now led me into actually being in a college, and I'm teaching IT quality assurance and also project management. So so that's added to. One was I was still working as a management consultant, then I owned an online marketplace, then I started teaching. So starting from the first point was survival. You have to want to survive. You also need to have, when I say goals, I like the good things of life. So the survival wasn't just survival, was of course financial independence, free, more time to do the things I'm passionate about. So maybe survival kind of ties into that. So survival, and the second one is passion, which is fashion, which is wanting to teach and give back, has led me to my online marketplace and also teaching at college level as a college professor. And I'm just thinking now, what's the last one? So those two things, the last one is purpose, and I think the purpose one ties into the teaching. So I do teach, coach, and mentor. I do have my own courses that I run on project leadership, effective communication, with the platform Learn with Anna. So a lot of that information you can find on annaladipo.com, not the. My Instagram handle is @annaladipo. But on annaladipo.com, there is a ton of information about who I am, what I do, the courses I offer. So again, let's enumerate once again. So management consulting was what I was doing 9 to 5, which I'm no longer doing because I just got too busy to manage that. I own an online marketplace called Lockstock. I'm a college professor, and also I run my own training programs. Then all that led me to write a book called Strategies for Effective Communication for Professionals. I did write that because it really was something that the communication piece was something I was passionate about. Everyone knows that project management.
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
So my journey has led me to the point where I've written the book. It's called Strategies for Effective Communication for Professionals. And that was primarily driven by my experience being, I was born here in Canada, but most of my schooling I did back in Nigeria before I came back to Canada. And just going through the process of understanding, the culture, trying to adapt or assimilate, and ensure that you are understood when you're communicating, has led me to write this book. I'm sure if you're in project management, you'll know as a project manager, it's the primary and key skill set you should possess is effective communication, good communication skills. So the book really just pretty much summarizes the best practices, nuggets on how to communicate effectively. And I feel most recently, I think, or I know, most recently that's been the capstone of kind of my journey, and what I've been doing is writing the book. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So in short, let me enumerate again. So survival, you gotta survive, right? But when you're surviving, ensure that you do have big goals that will propel you to want to do more, to want to achieve more, to want to accomplish more, amass more knowledge and skill set. Then passion, right? Know what you're passionate about and try to follow what you're passionate about. And finally is the purpose stage, right? Like when you start getting to the stage where you figured out what your passion is, and when you've survived, or you're surviving, which also means chasing the money, because if you don't have money, then how are you going to pursue your passion and purpose? So that survival is that catalyst to make sure you chase the money, chase the value, secure the value, right? And yeah, the purpose stage is really just doing what you're really passionate about and evolving and bringing other people on board, be it what I'm doing right now, coaching, teaching, mentoring, but just walking in your purpose, which along the way you probably would discover what that is. So that's my tips. I hope it's been helpful. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be sharing more information, nuggets, different things. It's not only about project management or leadership, it's also about wealth creation and just sharing more of my journey with you as I grow, as I evolve, and as I secret that. So stay tuned for more. Again, it's Anna Ladipo of AnnaLadipo.com. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, follow me on Instagram. I have all my information in the description below, so please check it out. Until next time, have a good time. Bye.